Yes.
Hello? Who is this?
Oh, now you answer? I've been calling you and you block my number?
One touch off and she get addicted. Twisted, gifted. One touch off and she get addicted.
Tell me where you are, tell me where you are. How where you are, sir? How where you are?
Twisted, gifted. One touch off and she get addicted.
Tell me where you are, tell me where you are. How where you are, sir? Letters of the alphabet, which one X put add pan the thing? Y'all want swing pan, like she name Jane, but me not Tarzan. Bones, y'all galang. Me never tell you me not happy in my life. You want to run me down and cause be a strife. You have your man at home, I want to play. I know me make you miserable in your life. Cussing and fighting, that could.
The art of songwriting, producing, and to be able to complete an exceptional music piece of art is vital to every musician. And end product that formulates the right songs for a musician and that are of original content and structure can be a struggle in today's market. Of course, it is songwriting in itself is a craft, and that is of substance. And when done exceptionally well, affords the musician the ability to perform his or her material on numerous stages, where songs have the power to inspire, unite, and comfort a person. Unlike any other form of media, Sir Nyles' catalog displays numerous eclectic content that exudes his passion. Lists of humanitarian audio and video recordings made to motivate and uplift individuals. Today, we will delve into the intriguing world of Sir Nyles' career, the highs and lows, from inception to current production releases, the struggle to maintain his musical craft within the ever-changing music industry, and as well highlighting his music catalog. Welcome, Sir Nyles.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. And you?
I'm doing well. Welcome to the MCA series. Of course, I had an opportunity to, give our audience a little bit of information as it pertains to yourself as a music producer and an artist as well. And out the gate, we had an opportunity to, initiate one of your tracks as well. Throughout our interview today, we will tap into a few of your recordings as well as, just to get acclimated, the audience to get acclimated with what you have going on as well and to hear more of your craft. So, first and foremost, starting off as well, talk to me about the name, Sir Nyles.
Oh, Sir Nyles came about because a friend of mine, a female friend, we were friends with her friends, and it was a whole lot of stuff going on, and she was like, "Oh man, you're not just Nyles, you have to put a Sir on your name because I don't know what it is about you that my friend sees, So, so I have to put a title on your name." So I got stuck with the Sir on my name. My name, so I decided to use it as my artist name, which my given name is actually Nyles. So
okay.
I registered to it and I registered that as my artist name. So henceforth, that's what I'm using, from then till now.
Okay. I think it's very unique as well. There are so many artists named to go around as well, especially when it comes to Jamaicans. We have various persons across the aisle that it seems is so interesting in terms of, the artist name. How did they come about with the name and how does it apply to their craft? So yeah, I'm loving this, Sir Nyles. It's very unique as well. So your given name is Nyles Hall?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and so Sir Nyles, love it as well. Let's talk about a younger Sir Nyles. Before we got into music, outside of music, what are yours?
My hobbies was actually I started. It was actually music. So it was like more dancing and more singing and writing from a creative perspective, but not on a level where I used to perform. But as I got older, I started writing more and being around a lot of artists and musicians. I got into the that side of the production, learning it and knowing more about it. So as when I got older, I decided to take it upon myself from what I've learned from being around musicians and other artists to do my stuff on a professional level. From what I've known then to what I know now, I collaborated in both sides of the coins together and I started doing my own thing.
So it's safe to say that you started dancing?
Yes, I started dancing. That's how I started. I was a dancer long before a lot of people. I know a lot of people in that, from that era.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's very nice. I would love to see like Sir Nyles dance,
A Sir
Nyles dance. Yes. That would be awesome.
Not sure if my phone still can move,
Well, I tell you that it's like saying once a dancer, always a dancer. You still got the moves. Trust me, I know you do. So at what age did you say to yourself, you know what? I'm outside of this dancing thing. I'm doing music. Music is my calling.
I think when I was still going to high school, that's in the 80s. I'm not quite sure of the dates.
Yeah.
But I started writing. I discovered my writing skill when I was going to high school in Trenchtown. My high school name is Charlie Smith Comprehensive. That's high school I used to attend. And my form teacher was a creative dancer. And we had a session they call speech and drama. That's where I discovered my writing talent. And we started writing poetry and expressing ourselves. We have to write our own poetry and get up in front of the class and recite what we've done. And we also have competition. So we grew we got better as time goes by. And then being into music, dancing and stuff, started getting into rapping in the early age. So that's where I wanted to be. Instead of being a DJ, like a local dancehall DJ, I wanted to do something different. So I built on that craft and I got better and better. And I used to have my little crew called the Yardie Boys crew and with a couple of friends. So we was doing something different in the neighborhood from a lot of other people. So then there had other crews wanted to do the same thing, but we were so advanced than them. So we used to go around and challenge these other guys, you know what I mean? And these guys was like, you guys are so good. So we started getting notoriety by local musicians and players of instruments and band members. So we started hanging with these people. And we started doing local shows in the community. And rap back then, nobody, like, they look onto it like, okay, it's different, but how serious are these guys? We were very serious. So people had to pay us attention because they're like, these guys are serious with what they're doing. So then we started, from one place to the next, and we grow as we go along. So I started having a big, huge following after that. So we were like from Trenchtown neighborhood, what they call jungle, to uptown. We used to dance in the clubs in Hot Tracks and all these other places, And I was dubbed, because I was doing that rap thing, I was dubbed the Jamaican Slick Rick. Because I used to have that eye patch on, and people were like, damn, you're like Slick Rick. So they used to call me Slick back then. So then my crew now, so they used to have this this talent show at, what they call that place again, out by Ferry. They used to have this dance talent show with rap music and all the stuff that Linval Thompson used to put on. Teen Splash, that's what the name of it was. So crew went there and we was in the contest with some other groups, and there was this other guy called MC Smash and DJ Fresh. So he had his group. Well, he was very good, but he was like the lead member of his group, and I was the lead member of my group. So after that show, we finished performing. A friend of mine who I used to dance with, he said to me, "Since you're the leader of your group and this guy's the leader, I see you two guys coming together and make a super group." And we were there chatting about it, two groups, and we agreed. And we started, communicating with each other and stuff. And we decided we're going to do a group effort with just me and this guy, and we call that group Back to the Bone. And from there, we started getting shows because we were like really into our craft. We did the Jamming on the Fault Line, we did Teen Splash, we did the Alpha Bazaar, we did the when Shabba won his Grammy, we opened for him at 24 Carat, that was in Manor Center. And a lot of shows, we do like shows on the North Coast every weekend. So we were like everywhere then. We were working with all the top people because people were like, these guys are serious about the craft. We opened for like when the rap acts come down to Jamaica, we're the opening acts for them. People get us on the shows because they were like, these guys are really, really talented. And, so people...
I should say, all that power that you built up throughout the years in terms of the dancing and performing, that's what I'm saying. Once a dancer, always a dancer. I'm pretty sure you still got the moves, Okay, so within there as well, because you have some of the dancers and who have at their signature move. You don't have a Sir Nyle move?
No, I didn't have a Sir Nyles move. I didn't create anything like that.
But it's never too late,
It was mostly like going into club before these guys created their own signature move. All of these moves that most of these dancers are doing now is what we used to do in the club. So if I see a move, I could say, that's a move we used to do in the club. They don't have actual moves that they make up per se. These moves are coming from other moves from people going into the club and dancing. We usually just create moves as we go along, but there was no particular signature move for any one person because everybody learned from everything else. And what they add on to it, it's not much. It's just the same moves that everybody used to do in the club.
Oh, wow. Oh, well, let's talk about, you matriculated into music and you start recording more tracks as well within your catalog as well. Do you remember the first song that you recorded?
The first song I actually recorded was, I was working with, I think it was Rupert Bent, the third. His father is that classical music player. Rupert Bent is junior. So we started working with him in Stone Hill at his own studio, me and my second from my group. And we were doing some recordings to be presented to some labels. So we started putting stuff together. I met up then with Don Youth. He was there at that time. So we did some collaboration with Don Youth. And also Fahrenheit, and a couple of more people. That was one of our first recording we were trying to get a label. And from then, we started working with Michael Spence from OT4, who's a very good friend, became a very good friend. We started doing a lot more efforts with him to get... We were basically shopping for record labels. You know what I mean? To get a deal with record labels. So most of our efforts were actually trying to get a deal from overseas companies. And,
okay.
We worked with a couple more people. We worked with Lang from Bobsy, Grange, and a lot of other people. Nameless, countless amount of people. I can't even remember.
Okay. Well, you spoke about Don Youth, and I'm going to take a break and listen to this track, play this track for our listeners, and we'll be right back with more Sir Nyles. So go nowhere.
Beer trap them setting up. Watch out. Don Youth. Sir Nyles.
people them. Yeah, technical and me did see it from them. Grudge me, me not know from when. Really tired and sick of the fake people them. Yeah, technical and me did see it from them. Grudge me, me not know from when.
The faker than me girlfriend makeup. Me see the silicone them a shake up. Pies and cake them a bake up. But me done pick the rake up. Can't trick me with locks and tape up. Me no textiling and bait up. Me no matter about the guns where you take up. Are you bust the can make it flake up. Chopper set, Jaja nah fail me. Now make the pagans nail me to the dirty old nasty cross. Sick of them, me have to cut them off.
Really tired and sick of the fake people them. Yeah, technical and me did see it from when. Grudge me not know from when. Really tired and sick of the fake people them. Yeah, technical and me did see it from them. Grudge me not know from when.
Them spend too much time I watch people.
So yes, we are vibing with Sir Nyles, and of course the name of that track, Fake People, and it's featuring Don Youth. You spoke about, your younger years and meeting Don Youth and stuff as well. And yes, this track with Fake People with Don Youth. Don Youth is multi-platinum artist. He's doing so well as well. On the scene as well. Talk to me about, collaborating with Don Youth on this track. Loving the track, by the way.
Oh, thanks. That track came about, I was working on this instrumental, and I was going through some stuff with some friends, and I actually penned the chorus, and I was saying to Don, I have this track, so he was like, yeah, so let me hear what it sounds like. He was like, okay, I like the hook, so let's not do anything, just don't change anything. We get on the verse and make this a hit, you know what I mean? Uh-huh. So I was like, okay, so let's get this done. So we made a team effort and put the track out, and we also did a video.
Uh-huh. There's a video.
The video is actually on YouTube.
Okay.
The video is actually on YouTube, yeah.
Talk to me about the track itself, the message on the track itself, and how it resonates.
The track is actually saying about you have like friends, but they're not real people. You know what I mean? They're there for you, but when that time comes for to be really there for you, they're not there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're wondering how these people are here all the time, but when you really need them, they're not really there. Because sometimes people go through struggle in their life, when everything is good, everybody's around, but when you're at your lowest, some people are not around. And you're wondering, where are all these people that used to be there? Only the real people is going to be there with you when you're going through your rough times. Then you're going to know who's real from who's fake.
Yes, life lessons that is. Now, as the name of the track is Fake People, but of course it is that you have worked in there are so many different, I would say, different rungs in terms of the career itself, where it is that you started out dancing, then it is that you did a little bit of rap, and now it's like you have this extensive catalog that's also very eclectic. I had an opportunity to go in and actually listen to some of the tracks as well, and I would say it's a very eclectic catalog. Are you tied down to any one genre, or it's just based on the music that comes across?
I cannot put myself in a box. Where music is concerned, I'm like Technicolor. I can't put myself and say I'm a reggae artist, or I'm a pop artist, or I'm a rapper. No. People like to put themselves, I'm a rapper, or I'm a sing J, or no. Whatever I feel, that's what comes out of me. I record, or I create. I can't be any one thing, because we're multidimensional. You know what I mean?
Well, agree to disagree in a sense, because one, it is that, well, you have some artists that are completely tied to, for instance, say cultural reggae or tied to hip hop or whatever, and that's the lane that they would like to. But of course, it is that you have artists like yourself who actually able to do, you know, different recordings in various genre as well. Well, as it pertains to your recording in various genre, how easy is that for you to make the transition?
It's very easy because from an early age, I've been listening to all kinds of music. I was growing up in a neighborhood where it's predominantly dancehall, reggae. I listened to a whole lot of other music apart from that. I'm into pop music, classical music, rock music. People say, you listen to all sorts of music, you're weird. I'm like, it's not weird. I listen for sounds. I listen for how the artist writes a song, how the beat or the music is composed. You know what I mean? How everything transitions from one to the next. And I try to learn or take every bit of different genres. You know what I mean? I learn all of that. So in my music, you'll probably hear different sounds. So you're like, okay, I see where it's coming from. That's how I learn. And it shows in my music. Because I listen to dancehall, I listen to reggae music, I listen to pop, everything.
Well, what I must say as well, for myself as a music producer, and a good music producer, like if you're a reggae producer, you do not just listen to reggae. You listen to jazz, you listen to rap, you listen to different parts of the music, because it actually teaches you things that you might not have discovered within your own reggae productions. And it also, you're able to hear other, you know, tones and effects and all of the other things that happens within all the other genre as well. And as well, it's part of elevating the culture and taking it out, you know, a little bit, where it is that some people may say to themselves, you know, cultural reggae is whatever it is, but as we come into new age and we come into new things that happen within the industry, there are certain avenues to explore as well, from listening to other genre of music as well. Now, you've said quite a few genres as well, but let's talk, for instance, as it pertains to, like, say, the rap and hip hop. You have actually had recordings in rap and hip hop as well?
Yes, I think I made a group effort long after my group was no longer actually existent, because the other part of my other team member had left to live in America. Then I was still in Jamaica, so we couldn't get to continue what we were doing. So, but then after many years, and I came here to live, and I started doing my production work. I made a track, and we because we still keep in touch. And I said to him, I have something here. Let's do a group effort, because people still ask about us, you know what I mean, what happened. So let us do something and put it out there. So I did a track called, what's the name of that track again? Dem Boy. That's why we would call that track, and I put it out. So the group name was Bad to the Bone. It still is, you know what I mean? We still collaborate every now and then, you know, when he's in the mood to get in the studio, when we get to that level.
As we talk about the recording of that track itself, who would you say, as we're going to making music, so of course it is, some of the influences lie within that same genre. As it pertains to your production and your writing in terms of the rap side of music, who would you say are the influences, or any influence that influence your writing and production?
It's like actually a lot of people listen to no one particular person, like you know what I mean. But what when I was going to high school, all the rap I used to listen, but there's one particular rapper that had his style was so different, and that kind of reminds me of how I write. It's like a storytelling kind of thing. So it was like Slick Rick and the Dana Dane and the other people, like saying something story, KRS-One, the Boogie Down Production, the LL Cool J, Shined, and to name a few, you know. It's a whole, I listen like everything there is.
Wow. So you're influenced by, you know, the variations of music, not just by the genre itself.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, sit tight. We're going to take a listen to one of your other tracks, and we'll come back with a few more questions.
Start Nyles with the thing called spell. Watch your don't star. The one you're wicked. I will be do you make you do me now.
They must put a spell on me. That's why them gyal not let go.
I will be do you make you do me now.
They must put a spell on me. That's why them gyal not let go.
I will be do you make you do me now. Born with the gift of pure magnetism. Me hear the calling, but me father say no answer them 10, 11, 12, 13. Big woman want rape like a boy, what that mean? Didn't understand it, I saw them must plan it. Gifting on me and wave the one, god damn it. Steady, no panic, she love the way me palm it. She run go buy a ring, she want me husband it. Ooh, this place I'm in, god damn it. Ooh, this place I'm in, a which planet? Ooh, this place I'm in. Ooh, she get a friend of mine.
They must put a spell on me. That's why them gyal not let go.
I want me do you make you do me now.
They must put a spell on me. That's why them gyal not let go.
I want me do you make you do me now. The one you gonna see like Bobby Shafter. Lick about me tala ooh, talawa. Lead out my youth because you no follow rap. See the sugar suck me ya. Blessing our curse, put a spell in the verse. Hypnotic waistline, she want to be my night nurse.
Yes. Of course, the name of the track is Spell. You put a spell on me. Well, boy, I tell you, you know, within the interview itself, as I'm saying, it's a very eclectic mix of tracks as well, and it gives you the different the variations that you're able to tap into as well. But talk to me about the track itself. What inspired the writing on this track?
On that track, I'm actually thinking about like sometimes we're born with gifts and we're not even knowing that we were born with gifts. So as you get older and you tap into yourself and you know what I mean, you start recognizing who you really are if you have the time to do that. You know what I mean? And then so from that track is actually talking about myself. You know, growing up and recognizing signs and stuff like that for who I am and the effects of having certain gifts. It's a funny track, but you know what I mean? It's just like that's how I express who I am.
You know, as I talk about having special gifts as well, and especially in the arts and entertainment field, do you look at it as a hindrance or sometimes, or just as a blessing?
I look at it as a blessing. It can be, it depends on who you're around, because sometimes people look at you really funny, but when you're blessed with something, it's a blessing, not a curse, you know? It depends on who you are around. So if you look at it in a negative light, it's going to be a negative light. It's going to attract negative energy. But if you look at it as in a positive way, it will attract positive energy. So that's how I look at things in life.
So the term "jack of all trades, master of none" doesn't apply to you as well. Because you're competent in many skills, but I think people take that term sometimes out of whack, because it is that you can be a jack of all trades, but you're also an expert in each and every field. Am I correct?
Yeah, it's from life experience. You know what I mean? You can't, like I said, you can't just put yourself in a box and say you are that person. We evolve. As humans, we do evolve. You know what I mean? Yeah. So if you want to remain the same person you are throughout your life, then you're not growing.
I hear you, and I love it. The music itself has taken you out various places. Like you said, one of you came to the U.S. The next one was still in Jamaica, but nowadays that you're in the U.S. as well, and it's not just about being in the U.S., but it has taken you various places. What would you say is you feel as it's the most accomplished thing, or if you had to pick one thing or one event or one dance routine or one singing event that completely changed your concept in terms of how it is that you even do your own music and propelled you into this great career? What is the one thing that you would say that this is what it is? This is the one thing that event that I went to, or dance routine that I did, or song that I produced that really, helped me to move forward with everything that I'm doing and has kept it going?
It's a lot of things. It's a lot of every little thing that makes me who I am today. From experiences like the first live show I've ever been to was, I think Jamaica had independence celebration, and my high school, which was Charlie Smith Comprehensive High School, we was a part of that celebration, and I get to see musical youths firsthand, right up front stage, because we were a part of that gala, so to speak. Yeah, and that performance, just watching those kids perform, I was a kid then, It was just like, wow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I was into the music, and seeing them doing their thing on stage, it was like something for me, like that stays in my head, That stays in my head, as them kids was actually on stage playing and doing their thing as kids.
As we talk about your mentioning of kids as well, we have various artists we have interviewed throughout the years. And one of the things that I always tap into is the humanitarian effect, as well, to see how many of our artists actually are mentoring or have some community involvement in terms of their craft as well. Do you have anything that you specifically do in terms of within the community as to give back, or are you mentoring any person? It doesn't have to be a young person, but even another artist or a friend as well.
Yeah, I actually mentor a lot of upcoming artists. Like, have a few artists from Africa, Ghana, and Nigeria, and some in Jamaica who are now here, that I actually teach them the business of music, not just for them to write and have them go in the studio to record a track. I actually teach them the business. So, because like an elder said to me some time ago, he said, you know a lot about the business, why don't you actually do a YouTube channel and teach people about the music? I said to him, yes, that's a good idea, but then again, you can come under a lot of backlash from other people who don't want the upcoming artists to know about the business, and they're going to look at you like you're telling the business too much for free. Because
I've been down that road.
One producer said to me years ago, when I met him through, I was trying to help another friend to get his foot grounded with his music, and he said to me, an artist shouldn't know what the producer know. I was like in my head, what? When he said that to me, I just like draw bricks. You get me? In my mind, I'm like, I'm an artist and I'm a producer. So what is he saying? That's why back then, I guess a lot of entertainers back then wasn't taught the business of music. And it's something for every artist to know. It's not just the producer. And it's the reason why a lot of artists back then who was doing their own thing got a lot of fight from the older producers, because they don't want you knowing what they know. And like I said to other people that I mentor and I try to teach the business, I said, listen, the music business is a big business. It's not just for any one particular person or any set of person who's trying to gatekeep or anything like that. This cake is so big, it's for everybody. As long as you know the business and know what you're doing, your slice of cake is there. And a lot of older artists have good music, hit music, and they're broke. Why are they broke? They wasn't being signed up to any, any PRO, performing rights organization. And all we know, their name is on a 45 or a special saying they're the artist. But who's the writer? Who gets credit as a writer? Who's the composer? You know what I mean? What do you get? The money in your hand to say, okay, I did that song, the song hit all over the world, and you just get some money in your hand. Where's your income that should be coming in every year or every quarterly from your royalties if your song hits? So that's what I teach the young artists that I work with.
Awesome. You know, as within this interview itself, it is that I applaud you in terms of working with and teaching other artists the business as well, because each one teach one. And the more the industries tend to become more stronger, and for artists to get exactly what they're due as well, and to have more respect for what they do, because I find that in the music industry itself, there are persons who are just doing music just to do it, and by all means, it's art and it's music and it's fun. And you know, this is the way I put it. I always say that there are levels to the music itself. So I do not bash anyone because it is that they may make a record and it is not up to par, or you know, because it's part of learning, and that's what art is about. But as they talk about demystifying the old saying, "Jack of all trades," and all of that, we have now come full scale in an industry that has shown to value persons with diverse skills as well, and as they contribute to the multiple areas, to become versatile asset to any team or organization as well. So, you know, even for yourself as a producer and as an artist as well, I'm pretty sure that comes in very handy as well. But as we talk about, you know, the phrase itself and the vast amount of things that you're able to do with and give back as well to community, give back as well to the various artists. There's a broad knowledge that comes along with all of this. Of course, there's shared interest and there are passions as well. But is there any one thing that you would say that, firstly, you know, for yourself, it's like, okay, you produce, you're an artist, you dance, and you do that, all of this. But is there any one thing from that umbrella that you would say, this is first and foremost? Everything else is a ricochet from this one thing, but this is who I am firstly.
I actually can't put my finger on it. Like, it's because I have so much knowledge and whatever I've experienced in the business, and you know, known and going to these seminars and knowing stuff. It's just like whatever comes to my mind, I create and put out there. If I feel like I want to collaborate with an artist somewhere else in the world, I shot them an email or something, and we just like work. Because to me, it's like I'm trying to be this star or anything. I just like to create. Mm-hmm. It's more for me. It's about the creativity of working with different people and see the outcome.
So do you think you're a producer first before an artist, or everything goes back to the producer aspect? Or is it the artist aspect?
I think it's more of an artist aspect.
Okay.
But everything else comes with that.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Now, you have been residing in the U.S., and you have made your productions within the U.S. Do you have like an international audience within Jamaica that actually resonates with your music?
Not quite sure, but I try to get my music everywhere. Not quite sure how vast my audience is in Jamaica, because my music is somewhat different, so to speak. So most people is into dancehall. Everybody have their different kinds of music that they like. So I just like, I put my music out there, I get it advertised, you know what I mean? Whatever fans like it, they like it. You know what I mean? I don't like force anything on anyone.
Okay. As we talk about, one of the tracks, or the track that you're going to head out with, is Coconut Man. So I think it has some, Jamaican or West Indian familiarity.
Yes. It has a more Caribbean feel to it. But the actual idea came from living in Jamaica then, and used to see the Coconut Man passing in the city with this coconut cart. And, you know what I mean? So that part came along. But the actual idea came when I was living here, and I was at work, and this other person was saying to this other person from the Caribbean, calling him a Coconut Man. So I was laughing because Caribbean people who came here in the early years of their life was called coconut, because one of the reasons, because they have more than one job. So I guess the Black Americans would call them coconut, and other people call them coconut because they say they're tough because they have more than one job. So I was looking at it from a different point of view. I was saying to this guy, I was like, no, don't be upset. You know what I mean? Look at it this way, because I turn negative situations into positive situations. So I said, look at it this way. Coconut now is a big thing. I said, remember, it has electrolytes, but it has a lot of other medicinal purposes that everybody wants now.
That's true.
Yeah, and he was like, I didn't look at it that way. I said, you know what's funny? I'm going to make a song called Coconut Man. And it was like, for real? I'm like, yeah. Falling there came in work singing. I don't know, the hook just came from nowhere. I said, I'm going to make a song. And I did make a song. And then I went, damn.
Coconut Man. I love it. Yeah. Well, I as I've said, I went through the catalog and I've listened to various tracks as well. You have a very eclectic collection. Items as well, as you said, yes, and it's in various genres, from rap, reggae, just exploring the various genres as well, and you're having fun with it. It's nothing like speaking to an artpreneur or an artist that actually is having fun with it, because that's another thing as well. As the
music is about that, it's just expressing oneself, whatever you feel and you want to write about. It's just like your expression of what you've been through, you know what I mean, and all of that. You put it out there. People can resonate with it. It's either you don't like it. I'm like, damn, I've never thought of anyone writing about that. Oh, how did he come up with that idea to just put it in a song? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm that kind of person.
Yes. So it's good to, it's a breath of fresh air to actually interview an artist who is having fun with his craft, because interviewed so many artists throughout the year, and there are artists who are not having fun with it. They're just doing it because it is that's for various reasons. One of the main reasons they're doing it is because they feel as if they don't put something out, or if they do not do a production and get it out, they feel left in the dust. And creativity, you cannot be forced as well.
No, you can't. Like I said to people all the time, if you're creating music because you want to be the next big thing or the hottest thing, then you're going to burn yourself out, because you're trying to be or become something that you're not. If it's within you, Your creativity never dries up. Some people, their creativity dries up because they want to be like someone else. When you're born with it, it never leaves you. And you keep creating, it doesn't go away. You get better and better.
Right. Yes.
That's how it is.
Yeah. So I have various artists that I've interviewed and I've recognized that some are doing it just to stay within the raiment to say, oh, I'm part of and here I am. And then some persons are doing it, but they're not having fun with it because they're not seeing an income coming back to them, and they've invested so much within making the music. And it's kind of depressing that you make music and then you cannot even get they're artists that are not even getting 1/10 of what it is that they have invested within it as well. So it's very good to interview someone that I can hear that, the expression within your response is that, it's not because I'm well off that I'm going to go sit in a studio and do this. I'm doing this because of the love of the art.
Yeah, everything takes money, but I think what a lot of artists is doing, I think they're investing the money in the wrong place, Sometimes they invest in the money in the wrong places.
That too.
Yeah, so hence the reason a lot of them get frustrated when nothing is being done, because all that money they invest to get stuff out there and people to listen to music and be played on the radio, they're not getting back that, and it can become frustrating, So you're doing music, you have to look at it as you're buying a property, because the value goes up every year,
Mm-hmm.
And I would encourage people to learn more about the music and trying to get themselves more educated as to where the music business is concerned. Not just want to hear your music on the radio, because 90% of music is the business. The other 10 is just what you get in the studio, you put out and you do the stage shows and all of that. 90% is the business. So if you don't know the businesses, then you're going to be in problem. Then you're going to get frustrated.
Oh, I hear you. It's been a pleasure connecting with you and having an opportunity to vibe one-on-one, to go through the variations of your music and just the art career side of it as well. Is there anything else that you would like to add as we prepare to vibe out today?
I would like to, my thing is, like an elder said to me some time ago, I think I should be teaching the business of music to people who really seriously wants to know what the business is and what their next step is. And even the older artists who have not getting their share of the pie that they should receive. Because it's like they're what do you call it now, royalty banks with millions of dollars, unclaimed royalties that people don't claim. And a lot of artists don't know about that.
Right.
Yeah, there's money there for them, but because they weren't properly documented, they can't claim it.
Yeah, knowledge is power, especially within the music business itself.
Yep.
Yes.
Money is there for everyone. It's not for us to be fighting. It's for us to do this thing. It's fun. It's fun. It's not for us to be competing. Yeah, competing is good, but how are you competing? Are you going to compete to kill, with the next person? No, we don't need that.
Yes.
Everything is there for everyone. A slice is there for everyone.
That's
so not
true.
until we get that in our brain that this is not a competition thing. It's about making the music and everybody live. And because we're not taking anything with us. What are we taking with us? We came with nothing and we're leaving with nothing. So enjoy your time here and live good with everybody. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Yeah.
That is
not that you're going to have a few hiccups along the way, because nothing in life is smooth. And people might hear me sitting on this end of the line talking like everything is hunky-dory or everything is good. No, I've been there. I've been through the rough life. I know what it is. You know what I mean? So it's your willpower to make it out of a situation that you're in and to get to a next level. Like I said, If you think you're going to put yourself in a box, then you're not evolving. You have to evolve. And that's how you get out of situations.
Yes.
It's your mindset. Bob said it the best for emancipate yourself from mental slavery. It's not a joke thing. It's a reality.
That's true. That's true. We appreciate you. I appreciate you coming through and voicing your opinions, as well as giving us your input on various subjects, as well as learning so much more about you. So for persons who, would be listening to Sir Nyles and learning more about you. So many times, we see various artists across the social platform and wonder what makes them tick and what it is that they do. On that note as well, if you can, leave your social media handles with the listening audience.
Yeah, for Instagram, it's Sir Nyles on Instagram, and for Facebook, it's Sir Nyles also, and all the other handles, it's Sir Nyles there, and Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Deezer, YouTube, it's Sir Nyles.
Love it, love it. We're going to vibe out with Coconut Man. Is there anything that you love for the listening audience to know about Coconut Man before we go?
Well, Coconut Man, it has two meanings, So I would love for this song to get in a commercial. Anyone from any of those commercial that sells coconut water, they can reach out to me. Let's get this song in a commercial to advertise it some more.
All right, Coconut Man.
Hey, Coconut Man. I want some of that just got to electrolyte my body right. Hey, Coconut Man.
Yeah, love, I got the coconuts.
I want some of that.
That's what you need.
I want some of that.
Electrolytes good for you.
I want some of that.
She need electrolyte from the coconut man. Anywhere she want it, anywhere she can. Woman, why you call me the coconut man? She said she liked the trunk because it's tall and strong. You a blow for me nuts and the body's hurricane. A long time me a stand up on the rain, you a rain. Never bow down, go down pan the ground. Stand up and fight to run, me nah run. We school for me nuts, what a blouse and skirt. If you broke this and not me, I got saturate your earth. First thing first, me have the quench for your thirst. Wash off your alcohol, your mouth or your burn. She need electrolyte from the coconut man. Anywhere she want it, anywhere she can. Woman, why you call me the coconut man? She said she liked the trunk because it's tall and strong. Natural all natural to the coconut man, yeah. Jelly or coconut, any man, yeah. Back it or drag it to the straw that you plan, yeah. Raw, not sugar, pan it, take a name, yeah. Rub the nut, water spew, put it on the fridge.
This is what it gives.
Squeeze milk, rich and thick, put it on the fridge. She need electrolyte from the coconut man. Anywhere she want it, anywhere she can. Woman, why you call me the coconut man? She said she liked the trunk because it's tall and strong.
Hey, Coconut Man. I want some of that.
Preservatives.
I want some of that.
This is what it gives.
She need electrolyte from the coconut man. Anywhere she want it, anywhere she can. Woman, why you call me the coconut man? She said she liked the trunk because it's tall and strong. She need electrolyte from the coconut man. Anywhere she want it, anywhere she can. Woman, why you call me the coconut man?
Yes. To the listening audience, yes, we were vibing to Sir Nyles, of course, and I appreciate everyone for tapping in. Of course, it is that we have been listening to the Music Connect Africa, where it is that we are the global. Well, so say we are the hub for global music industry news and insights. And each episode, we take a look into the history of our entrepreneur professionals who are the driving force behind the scenes. And we interview persons within the music, arts, and entertainment industry. And so we've just recently completed our interview with Jamaica's music producer, reggae singer. I shouldn't say reggae singer. Now it is that we could change that because recognizing that he has a very eclectic catalog as well. And so very versatile Sir Nyles as well, okay, who he has delved into various parts of the industry, is songwriting, producing, art as a dancer and singing as well. Well, as I said before, the art of songwriting and producing is to be able to complete an exceptional music, a piece of art that is vital to every musician. And of course, an end product that formulates the right songs, not just for the musician himself, but for the world at large. And that is of original content and structure that can, of course, it could be a struggle in today's market, but to see any artist who is able to produce music and put out there today, we got to give kudos because it's not a very easy market itself. Of course, songwriting in itself is a craft and is of substance, and when done exceptionally well, affords the musician the ability to perform on numerous stages. And it's not just about performing on stage, but also creating something that other persons can listen to. So where songs have been known to inspire, unite, and comfort other persons as any other type of media, when you listen to Sir Nyles' catalog, it displays a very eclectic content that exudes his passion for the music industry itself, and as well video recordings. For instance, Fake People. You guys can check out his video collections across YouTube as well, where you can find various video recordings, which is made to motivate and uplift individuals as well. Of course, it is that wearing a lot of hats within the industry at times as well can, put you in a certain light as, persons think that you're doing too much. However, it is that we are seeing an industry that are valuing persons for the diverse skill sets that they have brought forward and the multiple areas and the versatile asset that they can bring to a team or organization as well. Just think about the numerous things that he's able to do, from the dancing to the songwriting, producing, and also being an artist as well. And each one complements each other as well. So I would say to each and every one that will listen to this interview and that is out there and have your skills, that you bring to the table broad knowledge that can be used to describe just the amount of numerous interests and passions you have for the industry. Again, this has been Sir Nyles, and we are going to vibe out again with the continuation of Coconut Man. And each and every one.
Coconut Man. Coconut man.
Yeah, love, I got the coconuts.
I want some of that.
That's what you need.
I want some of that.
Electrolyte's good for you.
I want some of that.
She need electrolyte from the coconut man. Anywhere she want it, anywhere she can. Woman, why you call me the coconut man? She said she liked the trunk because it's tall and strong. You a blow for me nuts on the body's hurricane. A lot of me a stand up on the rain, you a rain. Never bow down, go down pon the ground. Stand up and fight to run, me nah run. We school for me nuts, what a blouse and skirt. If you broke this and not me, I got saturate your earth. First thing first, me have the quench for your thirst. Wash off your alcohol for your mouth or your burp. She need electrolyte from the coconut man. Anywhere she want it, anywhere she can. Woman, why you call me the coconut man? She She said she liked the trunk because it's tall and strong. Natural all natural, see the coconut man yard. Jelly or coconut, any man yard. Bag it or drag it to the shore that you can. Raw nut, sugar pan it, take a name yard.
Preservatives.
Rub the nut, water spew, put it on the fridge.
This is what it gives.
Squeeze milk, rich and thick, put it on the fridge. She need electrolyte from the coconut man. Anywhere she want it, anywhere she can. Woman, why you call me the coconut man? She said she liked the trunk because it's tall and strong.